Okay, here we are. We're going to use AI to make something hopefully interesting or fun. Begin by clicking New File in Photoshop. And let's go ahead and make this photo. Click on the photo. And why don't we make this the default Photoshop size, 7 by 5 inches. Click on that. I want you to use your last name, underscore, first name, underscore, and let's call this AI space 01. Click Create. You should have a white rectangle like you see here. Now, what we're going to do is we're going to select the whole image, and then we're going to place inside there a generative fill that is AI created. Here we go. Click on here. Select all. Remember, the shortcut is Command A. Then notice down here in the bottom, underneath it says Generative Fill. If you click on this, then there's an area to type in a prompt. So let's just type in something fun and see what happens. Let's say Spaceship Command Center. Let's see what that does. I'm going to click Generate and see what this does. This will take a few seconds to create. Notice that it's creating a layer on the right side that says Spaceship Command Center because that's what I wrote. Well, that's pretty cool. Look at that. Notice on the bottom there are options. This is number 1 of 3. If I click the right arrow, I'm seeing another option. If I click the arrow again, I'm seeing a third option. I am going to work with the second option because I think there's more room for me to put in a few more things. Let's say I want to put in somebody sitting right here. Let's see if we can do this. If I use the marquee tool and I just create an area like this, a selection, and I click Generative Fill, and I say, how about Ship Captain Pointing? Let's see what that does. Click Enter. Let the generate happen. Notice the layer on the right. There's a new layer that's called Ship Captain Pointing. That's great. It makes a new layer. Aha. Well, there's one ship captain. Here is a second, and this one is actually pointing. And the third, well, great. Let's see. Let's look at them again. 3, 2, 1. I'm going to try putting another one over here. Another person right here sitting. And let's see what this does if I say on this one, Captain Pointing again. I'll just try it again. Let's see what happens if I point it again. And suddenly, now I've got a captain pointing, kind of. Oh, there's another interesting looking captain. And this one. I don't know, what do you like? 3, 2, 1. This one, I don't know. His hand is kind of weird. But I do like these wearing a blue uniform, kind of, like the other one. Okay. Now, just because I think it might be interesting, right here, I'm going to add cat. Let's see what happens. Oh, well, look at there. There's one. There's 2. It's kind of symmetrical. And that one I am not liking. Now, if you hit it again, if you just hit it again, I think it will actually give us 3 more options. Let's just see what happens. All I did was click Generate again. Let's see. Yep. There's some kind of contorted calico. The two-headed business, I'm not feeling that. And nor am I feeling that one. So, I mean, this one seems to be the best. I wonder if I can use the transform tool, Command T, and make it a little smaller. And then move it over. I wonder if it'll work. Kinda. It kinda worked. Just wanted it to be smaller. Okay, now, advanced level. Let's see what happens. I'm going to use the polygon lasso tool, and I'm going to go all around this. I click there. I'm going to come all the way down to the end here, and then down along here. Going to be try to make this as close as I can to following this, I guess, section that we have. And I'm cutting out around the hat of the captain, and I come back up to the top, and now I've made a selection in here. So now I'm going to do it again. I'm going to go generative fill. How about horse basketball game? Let's see if it actually puts up a horse. And let's see if it all fits inside this screen. Well, it is indeed a horse. And that's a horse. And that is also a horse. But I'm not liking it. So I'm going to say Command Z, and notice that it's stepping through those options that I made, and I'm going to try it again. Generative fill, Southwest Desert man on horseback. Well, I like the first one better so far, and I'm really not digging that, but I'll tell you what, might be able to work with that one. I'd say that's unusual. And you know, you can just keep going in and adding things, right? So just make a selection, and I'm going to type in here, generative fill, and I'm going to say 3 buzzards. Let's see what this does. Well, there's 1. There's 2. There's that one. So maybe I just do that one. Now again, if I do Command T, as long as I get the edge of that thing matched up, I could make it a little smaller if I wanted, right? So there's that. You see how this goes. You can add all kinds of fun stuff in here. I don't know, you want a jet in the background? Maybe. How about we do this? Go back in this area here and say jet approaching. Well, there's definitely a jet there. Not digging that. I think approaching means something different than what they think. How about landing? Yeah, maybe. No. Sort of. Okay, and so just so you'll know, if you went on to your layer back here, your layer mask, if you selected that, and then you take your brush, and we'll make it a little bit smaller. Remember, if I go with black, I should be able to bring that stuff back in there that was being generated by that layer. So if I turn this on and off, you can see, like if I wanted to bring that part back on the saddle, I can just go here, and that's bringing that back. So, all right, you guys see how that works? It's kind of fun. Make something cool. File, save a copy. It should be named as last first AI number 1. Save it to your computer as a JPEG. Remember, go format, JPEG first, and then save that. Okay? Hit OK. Voila, turn that in. Make a few. Be creative. Have some fun. All right? It doesn't have to be like mine. Choose your own background, characters. Make something cool. Enjoy. See ya.